Hello, welcome back. We took a little break, but now we're back. Hello. Give me a hey, hi. If you're joining live, give me a hey, hi. Let me know where you're joining from. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Love everyone. I am so appreciative for you all taking this time to show up here with me tonight. Today, y'all, we are talking about how to rebrand in your career in 2025 as a woman of color. And let me just preface this with saying this: no matter where you are in your career, where you were last year or the year before, you need a rebrand in 2025. They're doing things different in 2025, so you need to show up differently in 2025. Even if you're like, oh no, Latrice, my career is on track. I've had people say that, been like, oh no, my company is stable, my career is on track. And then no more than a week later, they're like, Latrice, my company's doing layoffs. Latrice, I just got put on notice my position may be eliminated. Latrice, I just got put on notice we're doing some restructuring, right? So not to alarm anyone or scare you. That's not what this is about. I want to share with you that you still have control over your career, no matter what is going on politically, no matter what is going on with your company, no matter what is going on with any DEI initiatives, you still have control over your career. So that's really what this is about. Yeah, y'all know I got a new style. I'm trying to figure out the best way to style it for the shot. Right. So I wanted to just come on here and say that, okay? Here's the thing. If you're watching this, please share this. Tag someone, whether they have just got promoted, just got a new job, or even recently laid off. Please share this out with them. Things in 2025 are going to be different. I want you all, everyone should be thinking about 2024 as a transition year. 2025, y'all. We only in February, and y'all know it. They came out swinging. We need to come out swinging. My theme for this year is like the year to thrive. So I want all of my women, all of my followers, all of my clients, everyone in my network, I want you all to thrive in 2025. And in order for you to do that, you need to do things differently and you need to rebrand. Okay. Because the brand that got you here ain't going to get you there, sister. So we need to rebrand. So number one, share this out. Tag people, share this out. Everybody needs to see this. Number two, if you have not done so already, be sure to hit that follow button, subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're in my LinkedIn network, hey, LinkedIn, you're always showing me love. Be sure to follow me and then hit the notification bell twice so you get notified when I go live. The reason why I'm saying this is because I think I'm going to switch up the date and time. Usually I go live on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. I think going forward, I may do like a little lunchtime with Latrice series and see how that works for the next couple of months. So be sure to just hit that notification bell so you get notified when I go live. And if you're new to my network, welcome. I am Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color and personal branding expert. It is my mission and my purpose and my goal to put more women of color in leadership roles and positions of power. And I always define leadership as influence and impact. You don't always need to supervise. Okay. So in 2025, in order for us to thrive in our career and in our personal life and have that financial freedom that we want, this year, sis, you're going to need to rebrand. All right. If you're like, Latrice, I'm loving what you're saying, I have a couple of things for you all that's coming up. I have a free career planner that I'm giving away. Just put 2025 in the comments. You're going to get our free career planning guide for 2025. Just put that in the comments. We're going to send you that link. Also, when you sign up for that, you're going to be on my mailing list. I'm going to be doing some free workshops just for my network. And my list, a lot on getting promoted in 2025, increasing your salary. And I'm going to be talking more about my business and how you can start your successful six-figure business. That I can recently, I'll share with you all so many of my clients. I say about 90% of my clients at this point actually have a business or want to start their business. All right. So now we're going to jump right into it. My tip number one, you need to know what makes you different. If you don't know what makes you different, if you're letting someone else create your narrative, it is not going to work for you. In 2025, when you rebrand, sis, you need to rebrand with what you want to be known for. And hint, hint, it should not be hard work. And I'm going to say something a little controversial. It shouldn't be hard work, and it shouldn't solely rely on your education either. Okay. A lot of us are educated, talented, got all the credentials behind our name, but we're not leveraging that education and credentials to actually position us as the best candidate. So, why are you unique and different? Why are you the best candidate? You need to answer that clearly for yourself before you can even answer it for someone else. Okay, how are you different? What is your position now in the job market in this career? Because this is it for this goal, you guys, for 2025 coming up, the way they're attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's not just enough to have the credentials. We now need to communicate why those credentials make us the best candidate, why those credentials can help them achieve their company goals, right? So you need to know what is unique about you. You create your brand, but you got to know that first. Because if we solely rely on hard work, there's always somebody who can outwork us. And there's also always going to be somebody who has more years. I've met people that had 20 years experience, and guess what? Somebody else has 30 years. Right. And in saying that, the person who get the job may only have 6 or 7 years experience. It's because they sold something else versus just their education and hard work. So you have to know what makes you unique, what makes you different. Okay. Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you're like, all right, Latrice, I'm picking out what you're dropping. You have to know these things. Number two, when we talk about rebrand, and this is for my people also, if you're already in your company, if you're like, Latrice, I'm in my company's stable, I have the job. Guess what, sis? You still need to rebrand in 2025. And so, my second tip is you need to align your goals with the company's goals and objectives. And I'm going to share a quick story with you guys. I have a leadership legacy program, and we recently just talked about this. My client, she set these goals, and she said her boss was like, it's okay. And I was like, yeah, I was like, they're okay. But how do they align with the objectives of the company at this moment? Not the company's yearly objectives, not their 90-day objectives. What is the company's goals and objectives right this moment? You need to align your goals, your day-to-day actions with their goals. And 9 times out of 10, at least one of the company's goals or objectives is going to be surrounding sales, revenue, income. So here's the thing, if you don't know how your day to day actions or your role or your job impacts the bottom line, that is the first thing you need to work on. And so, what we call it is like an impact statement, right? So, we have a whole formula of how we get to your impact statement. I have my clients tell me what their job is. I'll be like, okay, what did you do today? What did you do yesterday? What are one of your goals? How does that directly tie into what the goal of the company is right now? This is important. I'm not talking about the mission. All right. Who's saying guilty as charged? This is coming up, LinkedIn user. I'm gonna have to look on my phone. I don't know why it shows me like that, you guys. It's telling me like LinkedIn user. Oh, Tiffany, hey! Oh my goodness, this is so good. So listen, this is so good. You have to tie them in, right? If you're not, then you're not good. Then they're not going to see it. You need to see it for them, and you need to be able to articulate this. Right. And this is why my clients know I love y'all so much, because we go through this in detail. And this could be the difference of you getting promoted and you not. This could be the difference of you getting more work while somebody else is getting time off, or you getting tapped for a project versus tapped for being restructured, for being part of the restructure. So this is a concept. This is a way of thinking that I have found very unique for us as women of color, because we're like, hey, this is what the job description says. I do this and more. I understand that. But how does what you do tie into their right now goals and objectives and that bottom line? All right. So if you're not doing that, you need to go ahead and do it. You need to go ahead and do it. And I will say, this is one thing I am working with all my clients on, my private clients, my leadership legacy clients, my FBF clients. Every client I have, this is the skill set that we are working on right now for 2025. Not 6 months from now, not at the end of the year, right now. And again, it needs to align with the goals and the objectives of the company right now. So I'll share a different example too. If you all are working for nonprofits. So I have some clients that work for nonprofits, and they're like, but what I'm doing aligns with the overall mission of the company. And I'm like, I understand that. Great. Keep that. And how does your goals or your day to day actions align with the immediate need or objective of that company right now, even for the nonprofits? I just went through this with another client who worked at a nonprofit, and she was aligning everything to the mission that might have worked in 2022. But right now in 2025, it needs to align with the immediate goals and objectives of the company. And even for nonprofits, right now, it is probably going to primarily be income or something associated with income. Like if you're working for a nonprofit and it has memberships, it may be increasing the membership, right? But the increase in membership is going to increase the revenue. So let me know if this makes sense, because this is for profit and nonprofit. Y'all, I ain't going to touch on the government stuff right now. That may be a whole different live. Whole different live. I've been really thinking about some. I've been really thinking about how I want to educate my government followers in order for them to thrive in 2025. And if you all can't tell, I haven't realized yet, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. So my entire family has worked for the government. My mother, my father, my aunts, my husband retired from the military. So we have a longstanding company, longstanding family of, I would say, serving in the government. I'm going to do something special for the government people. Right now, I want to talk about the for-profit and the nonprofit companies. And if you're in government and you want to transition to corporate, I'd be listening to this as well. All right. So again, I'm dropping gems here. Feel free to share this out. Tag anybody who needs to hear this, because I'm dropping gems. All right. Now, I got my tips right here. I had to write these down. What are we on? Number 3. The third one, you guys, you have to be able to articulate your brand. And I've said this before, in person and on paper. And when I used to say in person, everybody always thought in person meant like online. Well, now in 2025, the world is opening up. We're 5 years post COVID. I'm seeing that more and more people are getting offers and job interviews, like getting from the in person networking. But you need to really quickly know how to articulate your value and your brand in about 20 to 30 seconds. Every event that you go to, every networking event, every conference, you should be able to stand up and introduce yourself and articulate your value in your brand very quickly and with enough punch that people want to come to you. That after you do that, people come and speak to you. Right? It took me a long time to get to, like right now, I say I help women of color increase their salary and revenue, right? So I'll talk about the business, increase their salary and revenue by improving their personal brand. I'll leave it at that. And then I'll introduce myself as a career coach and a personal branding expert. That is typically enough. What was that, 15, 20 seconds? That's typically enough that if someone hears that and they're interested in increasing their salary or their revenue and they're a woman of color, that they're going to come up to me, right? So anytime I am at any sort of event, virtual or not, people can come up to me. Now on paper, meaning, and if I have a resume too, if it's my resume, if it's my bio, if it's my 1 page speakers page, I have that on there. Think about, for you, how can you articulate your now new brand and your value very quickly on paper and in person. And right now, so many of us are kind of not used to showing up in person, but this is where we are now. And I highly, highly recommend this. If you look at your calendar and right now you don't have any in person events, my first tip to you, go on Eventbrite, go on LinkedIn, go on Facebook, Instagram, find an event local to your area within driving distances you feel comfortable driving. And I would get something scheduled on the calendar in the next 90 days, preferably next month if you can. But the way things are changing rapidly, I'd be a training, a conference, um, a networking event, anything. I would be going in person right now. You want to practice this. It's not enough to have something written down and you're like, yeah, it looks good. You have to be able to articulate it and say it out your mouth. This will help you in the interviews. This will help you when talking to your boss. This will help you when talking to your colleagues, coworkers, staff members. You have to quickly be able to establish your brand and your value within seconds. Seconds. So let me know if y'all pick it up when I'm dropping. If you're like, okay, Latrice, I get it. Get it. Let me know. Give me a hands, give me a yes. If you're like, all right, I'm getting this. Within seconds. It's not enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna have these long conversations. Which what happened in 2020, why I think we didn't hone in this skill. One, everything was virtual, right? Which brought a lot of great opportunities, but also we had an abundance of time too. So we could take the time and get to know people, and we talk in 20, 35 minutes before people even tell us who they are, what they do. Now we're not on that type of time. We're not on that type of time, and this is a skill you need to master, right? Whether you already have a job and you're in a stable company, whether you are laid off and looking for a new one, whether you're looking to change careers, you need to be able to quickly articulate your value and brand within seconds. It's a non-negotiable in 2025. And let me just say this, especially as a woman of color. A lot of times I always have my guys chime in. So if I got my fellas watching, I did not forget about y'all. I'm showing y'all love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All these tips will work for you all too. But right now I'm talking to my sisters, especially for you all, because this is, I find, the last thing we want to do is talk about ourselves. We want to talk about the work. We want to talk about our company. We want to talk about, we'll even talk about an idea or an initiative, but we don't want to talk about ourselves and the value we bring and what our brand is. But you have to get used to articulating that on paper and in person. And let me just say this is my little bonus tip. I said I was going to come with 3. Okay, I got 4. This is my little bonus tip, right? Here's the bonus. You need to also be branding yourself online. Meaning, it is not just enough right now to have a LinkedIn profile. You need to have a LinkedIn presence. And I say LinkedIn because that's my tool of choice, but I can share with you, I had a client recently, she got an interview from using Threads, right? Again, and she used all these tips that I'm telling you all. She got clear on her brand. She was able to articulate her value and her brand within a matter of seconds, and she's utilizing online tools. So building your brand online is not, I create a profile and I'm done. Again, that worked in 2022. In 2022, you guys, I could create, help my clients create a new LinkedIn profile, branded, and within less than 7 days, they were getting multiple requests for interviews. Love it. Beautiful. That's not now. Now things have changed. A presence is not a profile. Right. And so, and anyone who tells you all you need to do is update your profile and we're going to do some keywords and that's it, it's just not the reality that we're facing right now. That and the presence versus a profile. A profile, they're searching, they're going to put in some keywords, a recruiter or a hiring manager, and your profile is going to come out. And if it's matches, they're going to reach out to you. A presence means they're on LinkedIn minding their business. They're on LinkedIn doing something else. And they see a comment from you. They see a post from you. They see something that you liked. They see that you've engaged with their company's page. This is about the presence versus the profile. All right. Let me know again if y'all like, okay, we got it. No, that's my bonus tip. Presence versus profile. Again, your LinkedIn profile is important, but where before that was about 90% of it, I would say now it's about 40%. There needs to be more. I'm even now recommending my clients, especially my leadership clients who want to be at that 200K level or more or higher, that they should also be posting. They don't have to post every week, but they should have some sort of thought leadership pieces. I would say at least twice a month, which is different because a couple of years ago, you didn't need to do that. You could if you wanted to and you had time, but you didn't need to do it. But now you do. It is imperative. You want them to come to you versus you are always searching for them. It will make your career advancement much easier. It will make landing a job much easier. It would make you having being tapped for a promotion or tapped for these high visibility projects much more likely versus you just having a profile. Let me know if you are like, all right, Latrice, we get it. We got you. Let me know. Okay. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be doing a workshop soon, you guys. I'm debating on the title. It's going to be something with leadership. It's either going to be how to advance your career and build executive presence, or how to land a leadership role in 2025 as a woman of color. Let me know which one y'all like. Let me know. But I'm going to be doing a workshop soon, probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to make sure everyone in my network, you all know about it. And it's going to be via Zoom. So you can sign up. It is private. I find that my clients and my network really like the lives, but they also really like when I do things via Zoom. I find that you all are a little more open and feel more comfortable asking me questions. All right. And if you all want something that you can work on right now to start rebranding your career and advancing your career in 2025 as a woman of color, I have a free career planning guide for 2025 that I'm offering to you all free. All you have to do is put 2025 in the comments and I will send you all the link. I think I had a little button. Oh no, I must have changed it. I thought I had like a little banner that comes over the screen. Okay. Um, no, I can't find it. Okay, so we will get to that. And then also, if you all are interested in booking a call with me, you can go to calendly.com/Latrice/leadership. We could talk about how you can find and land your next leadership role. All right, have a good day, you guys. Bye.